Big tech is officially having its big tobacco moment in court. Two landmark cases came in 2 consecutive days, holding them liable for the damage that social media can have on its users. Mark Zuckerberg hasn't had 2 consecutive annoyances like this since Winklevoss twins. So yesterday, a jury found Meta liable for failing to protect kids on its platforms. The fine was $375 million, which is about 13 small hours of Meta revenue. Today, a second jury found Meta and YouTube liable for designing apps so addictive they caused a teenager major mental health issues. These are two separate juries in 2 separate days in 2 separate states, but there are 3,000 more lawsuits behind them. So let's unpack this a little. The LA case is quite different from yesterday's New Mexico case. Yesterday was about dangerous adults being able to contact minors through design features that made it easy. But today is actually bigger. It has bigger potential precedent. The case is about the design of the app itself. The argument isn't that bad people used the platform. The argument is that the platform was engineered to be addictive. And that addiction that they architected caused real documented harm to a real person. The lead trial attorney told the jury, "This case is as easy as ABC, addicting brains, children. I swear this person should be hired as a marketer for Meta instead. This is almost as good as if the glove don't fit." He said the companies didn't just build apps, they built traps. He's missing his calling. The plaintiff is a 20-year-old woman named Kaylee. She started using YouTube at age 6, Instagram at 9. If you know iPad kids, you know that that's actually kind of late these days. Both of these platforms require users to be 13 to use them, but she bypassed the controls quite easily. Neither company stopped her. She testified that compulsive use made her feel depressed and that images on the platform made her insecure about her appearance. Zuckerberg took the stand. Adam Mosseri took the stand. The jury found both Meta and YouTube to be negligent. Their app designs were addictive and led to Kaylee's mental health distress. The jury deliberated for 8 days. They told the judge that they were struggling to reach consensus. They still came back and found both companies liable. So TikTok and Snapchat were originally in this case too, but they settled before the trial, which tells you that they saw this verdict coming and decided that the math was better on a settlement than a jury. But Meta and YouTube's lawyers thought they were above it, and clearly they were not. Here's what makes this case really legally significant. So the plaintiffs are not suing over content, they're suing over design. Things like infinite scrolling, autoplay, like buttons, algorithmic feeds that are optimized for engagement over well-being. All the things we know, love, and are addicted to. The legal theory is product liability, essentially the same framework that took down tobacco. The tobacco shift wasn't about whether cigarettes were dangerous, but about whether the company engineered the product to be addictive on purpose. The content isn't the liability, the algorithm that serves it is. It's why cigarette companies had to put warnings on their packaging. Section 230 protects platforms from liability for what users post. It has never been tested against the argument that the design of the platform itself, however, is the product that causes harm. That's what's heading to appeals courts right now. The question that could reshape the entire social media industry. Here is where this week becomes satire. So yesterday, the same day that a jury said Meta's platform endangers kids, the president appointed Zuckerberg to the White House Science and Technology Council. A jury said that his platform causes harm, but the president said that the CEO should help to write the rules. Both of these things were happening. Meta also announced a new executive incentive program that's targeting a $9 trillion valuation, which would make it the most valuable company in the history of the world. Clearly, Mark Zuckerberg's cage match with Elon is not totally called off as SpaceX nears its $1 trillion IPO. The Wall Street Journal editorial board is challenging the way most people are interpreting this case, and they're calling it a shakedown, really a victory for trial lawyers and not children. They argue that the link between social media and any individual's mental health is hard to prove, that defense had other risk factors to point to, and most kids on social media don't experience severe problems. And they're also arguing that trial lawyers will use this verdict to recruit more plaintiffs, maybe even advertise on the same platforms they're suing. And while all of that may be true, the causation question is genuinely complicated. 2 separate juries in 2 separate states that heard the evidence, heard the defense make exactly those points, deliberated for days, and still found the company liable twice.